Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Season 68 Championship. And today I'm joined by drsteelhammer.
Hello. Yeah, we're crowning a first-time champion today.
Yep.
Um, a match between JNails, the mainstay in the A League, was I think 16 seasons in A, and Zanderg, whose first league and I think seventh league in the Dominion League total. Um, so yeah, I think Zanderg has the tiebreaker essentially
Yes.
when it just needs 3 wins
Yes.
today.
I have it on the screen right here. The numbers in the
Okay.
parentheses. Zanderg needs 3 wins to nail it, and then JNails needs 3.5 to nail it. So it's going to be a little bit of a rough one for JNails, potentially.
Yeah.
He's been
Okay,
in
we're
this position before a couple of times, but he's never actually won it.
getting some rules lawyering, uh, getting the starting rules exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
St- Yeah. Like I said, a new person to this A League and champion. Obviously, also the first championship match for Zanderg.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's
Um,
had a meteoric rise. I haven't really been paying too much attention to Zanderg. I've seen his name around a bit. Definitely recognize his profile picture, but
yeah.
I'm always happy to see another really strong player. And we're off to go.
So Zanderg with the first player. Um, so we've got Catapult trashing. Do you see a good reason to build here?
Um, I'm looking for draw and I
Mm.
don't see any.
Yeah, the draw is the tricky one here, right?
Yeah, this looks really miserable already.
Yeah, Catapult, no draw is. Yeah,
Yeah. And to make things maybe possibly even sadder, there's kind of no incredible thing to do here that I can see other than just attack your opponent every single turn. There is fortune,
yeah.
but you're getting a 3 card hand most of your turns. It's only going to do so much. We might not even see it,
Hmm.
but maybe we will. I don't know. Not clear to me. The most
Yeah,
appealing thing to me, just I kind of want all the peddlers, just because it's it's going to be the most bang for your buck when you're having limited hand size, but Artificer's kind of annoying to get. And Courier is really, really, well, it's definitely swinging.
yeah. But with 3 card hands to hit province,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, the peddler type cards do help quite a bit. Um, with Arena, I would you consider a double catapult open here?
Um,
Or is Crucible is probably a very nice combination with catapult, right?
I'm leaning Crucible Catapult.
Yeah,
Um,
that
that's what
looks good
I'm
to me.
leaning, yeah. And then Mason's what's Mason again? It's the,
Mhm.
okay, you can just toss stuff in your turn, okay. Marchland is usually an incredible card, but here I don't think it's all that amazing.
Doesn't
I'm the
do a
biggest
lot right.
Marchland fan.
No.
I don't think I would play with it
Okay.
much here.
Yeah, it probably likes draw, if I can judge
Yeah,
the
I
card
think
by its
more than
cover.
anything, it likes not having discard attacks.
Yeah.
Like having a 3 card hand, you don't really get too much value off of the Marchland. But yeah, it'll be
Sure.
interesting to see what Zanderg and JNails both do here. They're taking a lot of time. I don't blame them. This is a very complicated board in that it's just nothing looks good.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I'm very convinced by the Crucible Catapult opening at this stage.
Yeah, I don't
But
hate.
probably a second Catapult
I don't
at
hate
some
that.
point.
Yeah, I don't hate double catapult either. Courier catapult, if you draw right, could be nice, but that's so high variance. It's not worth going for that. But if it works out, it's
Yeah,
pretty nice.
yeah. I would be quite hesitant with
Yeah.
Courier here. Maybe it's fine, but
I
yeah.
will say, if you can
That's,
get thin, you can very quickly do some wheelwright stuff. Of course, you have very limited draw,
yeah.
so you're not really gaining any cards. But if you're not gaining any cards anyway, and you're just buying a 5 with, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 peddlers, it's fine. Probably your best way to get more artificers is through wheelwright, potentially.
Yeah. Like if you don't get discarded on catapulted on, then it might be a fine card. Otherwise, I'm struggling a bit with it.
Yeah.
Then we do have Order of Masons, which you might use in the first shuffle to
Yeah, I think you would.
hopefully find catapult turn 3 or turn 4 at the latest then, but
The first player advantage with discard attacks is pretty relevant here. Although, I don't know. Like, let's say you hit 4 on, like, turn 3. What would you even buy here? Like, would you just buy a Courier or what?
yeah. Or a second catapult, I'm
Dragon Catapult's fine
okay with
too, yeah.
considering with the arena discards are, I think, fairly. They are worth more than average on these weaker boards.
Yeah, for sure.
So even for the low draws.
Yeah, I think
I was about to say this.
I like second Catapult here actually
Yeah.
a lot. The curses are really hard to deal with once you start killing Silver Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, I think you do play with a second Catapult here. Potentially, just more to just have more consistency attacking a turn. So maybe you do open
Yeah.
double Catapult. No, that's not
But do you
clear.
really?
Looks
Yeah,
like Zanderg is going
it is.
double Catapult.
Yeah. I don't want to trash his states with it, right?
You don't
So
love
yeah,
to,
maybe.
but you can. Yeah.
Yeah, but why not do it with Crucible if you're allowed to?
Yeah. See if JNails goes for the
I guess.
Crucible or it looks like Xander's going double Catapult or maybe Catapult Silver. Although I'm not
Yeah.
super excited.
Yeah. Hopefully this turn is a little bit faster than the first one.
Yeah. I mean
Hopefully we considered all the
it's the
that
first day
is
of the championship. There's really no
uh,
Whoa! JNails goes for
Courier.
the Courier.
Okay.
I said this was the worst option of all that looked interesting or at least
Yeah.
viable to me, but I guess
Yeah.
JNails likes it. Really surprised by
I
this.
mean, maybe we should talk about Walled Village a bit
Uh,
because the top decking might actually be relevant here if you play so few actions,
yeah,
and then Courier at least can't like miss completely in the mid game
yeah,
and
for
screw you
sure.
over. So maybe that's one thing that was considered.
Yeah, that's very possible. In which
So this is a rough
case,
hand to get hit for JNails. He had 4 coppers in hand
I mean,
and
it's
gets catapulted.
fine, right? Because he did toss 2 estates to the Order of Masons. It's
Yeah,
really
okay.
it's only a 1 in 5 chance to flip the other estate. He'll flip copper most likely. Sometimes he flips catapult. He does flip catapult here. So he doesn't hit 4, but maybe he doesn't care too much about that. He does trigger the shuffle. He will see his catapult again.
Both did Mason, right, on turn 2? Yes.
Yeah.
So that also makes sense not to open Crucible right away if you're putting the estates away for the first shuffle anyway. So I think that's some
Yeah.
precise play here that I would have overlooked. But it makes a lot of sense that since you need to connect those to
Yeah.
not be sad.
Yeah, I never know what to toss with Order of Masons when I want to trash estates. I never know whether to toss like 2 copper or copper estate. I usually just default copper estate, but I never really feel confident with that. I need to learn how to do stats. All right, but Zanderg
Yeah,
does get a Crucible.
and the right draw for it.
Yeah. And JNails just taking a bunch of silver. I almost wonder if JNails is just going to kill the silver here. I mean, maybe not. There's kind of a case for all 3, honestly. Like, there's a case for doing just copper just to get the attack. There's a case for doing estate to hit artificer or wheelwright. And then there's a case of doing silver just to junk your opponent. But I think silver's probably the worst of all here, but there is a case.
Yeah. JNails only has this one catapult, right, for trashing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
he's gonna have starting cards for quite a long time.
Yeah, JNails really needs to get more into crashing for sure. So we might see a copper kill by Crucible for J. That's another option.
Yeah, I would like that.
But this game's probably going to take a while. So definitely prioritizing trashing seems like the best idea. So probably,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not too excited about these lives. Like, Artificer's not going to do anything for a while. Wheelwright's definitely not going to do anything for a while. I just kill copper here and take a Crucible. It looks like that's what JNails will do. Unless he goes for Walled Village. Which I would be surprised by. Wow, another Courier. Okay. I mean, I'm starting to get the idea here. JNails wants to do Courier chains. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm interested how that will go.
Yeah.
I suppose the Courier kind of is an additional catapult in a sense that you get to play it a little more often, at least on some shuffles, not on this one.
Yeah. Here it's not so great. John says that JNails isn't planning on getting super clean. I mean, maybe not. I don't know that that's true. I think JNails is just putting a huge premium on cycling. Courier, as volatile as it is right now, especially here, like, you can't play the Courier and the Catapult yet. I do think that JNails is just focused on cycling if possible, in which case it makes sense to not go for the second Catapult because you're not going to really play it all that often. But I would imagine we're going to see a Walled Village from JNails here. Okay, that's a surprising. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe a balls here.
And we ball in it? Probably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, JNails' plan is starting to come in a little bit into wheel. Okay, never mind. I have no idea what he's doing. I don't think it's bad. I'm just confused, mostly. But I don't think it's bad. I think there are a lot of... This game's gonna take a while. I'm just surprised he's only gotten 1 trasher still. And we got Zanderg.
He hasn't played the trasher each shuffle, so...
Yeah. Not sure what Zanderg's thinking about. I would assume you just take the arena points. Oh, he played a Walled Village. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. Yeah, I imagine you just... I imagine you just killed it. Yeah, I imagine you just kill the estate. I don't think you take Sycophant. I don't love it.
Yeah. It's free, but it costs a draw.
Costs
But
a draw. It doesn't.
I mean, look at this deck though, or the deck.
Yeah. And suddenly JNails looks pretty nice here.
Is this game 0? I mean, it can be killed by Crucible fairly quickly, I assume.
Yeah.
What does game 0 mean? Is this?
Hmm.
Yeah, it could be indexing from 0, or it could be a subtle insult. But I
Zanderg's
actually like,
pretty clean now.
yeah, I like it. And Zander can assume to have a few 5-card hands, right? With JNails' deck.
Yeah, for sure. Actually,
So,
if Zanderg sacks the Crucible here, he gets 5 no problem, and presumably will just take a wheel, right? This position looks pretty nice. Well,
mm,
I kind of
look at
like
that.
just sacking the Crucible there, giving JNails the curse. I don't think the Crucible's going to do much of anything now, how thin the deck is. But, I mean, it doesn't matter too much either.
Look at the time and the turn number. So, they're playing faster than Cave expects? Question mark. We did take a while on turn 1.
Um, I'm not sure how fast League Championship games tend to be, but I know JNails is quite fast. So it doesn't surprise me that it's turn 9 and 20 minutes for the first game too much.
Yeah.
I don't know about
There are,
Zanderg, but I know JNails is a pretty fast player usually. Plays a
yeah,
lot of ladder.
there are kingdoms that have more complicated turn 9 turns.
Yeah, for
I'll
sure.
just put it that way, so yeah.
So looking at both of the decks here, we have JNails' deck, which is definitely a lot thicker, but it has a lot more couriers. Where Zanderg's is a lot thinner. Which deck do you think is better right now?
Well, I way prefer Zanderg's deck. I'm not sure if I can evaluate this mass courier thing super correctly. But for example, I'm really surprised that JNails doesn't have a walled village
Yeah, me too.
with it. And yeah, I think the trashing is way in favor of Zanderg.
For sure.
Like JNails has 3 estates left
Yes.
and 5 coppers? Is that right? 4
Yeah,
coppers.
something like that, yeah. I believe Zanderg has 3 coppers left, 2 or 3. So yeah, JNails definitely has like 4 or 5 coppers right now.
Mhm.
I will say the one thing going for JNails is that he has a lot of coin power with his couriers. So once he really gets online, um, he will be able to more easily buy province. Whereas Zanderg might struggle with that a little bit more. The $6 hand is a little deceptive with the Sycophant.
Yeah, it kind of caps it.
Yeah. Now both players are in the same boat where they want to scramble for artificers for coin, but JNails has more couriers, more buying power potentially every single turn. That's the one thing going for JNails. Just off the cuff playing devil's advocate. But I do think, in theory, Zanderg should be ahead, but I can see a case for JNails being doing well as well. But his deck is way too thick still for my liking.
Look at that. Iris likes JNails deck better. But for example, what did we leave on top here? Those 6 cards.
There's a Catapult in there. There's presumably more Couriers in there. At least one.
I mean, there's 6 in the hand. Yeah.
Yeah. There might be one more Courier. I think Zanderg only has... Not sure. Does Zanderg have 3 or 4 Couriers? I think he had 3 and he bought one.
Yeah. It could be Saturn coming up. Oh, the in save. The classic.
Buys and gains.
Yeah, I really like in.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't really like it. Turns your 3-card hand into a 2-card hand. Not all that excited about in.
Oh, that part sucks, but the on buy
Yeah, the on buy is nice, but
is
it feels like capitulation from JNails that I'm not too thin. So maybe things aren't looking too good for JNails now, as Zanderg now is just in full control, it looks like.
Yeah, JNails. Yeah, I agree with John's. But yeah, that's just like a result of not trashing enough, I would say. It's kind of self-inflicted.
JNails really needed a second trasher. In a board where nothing's going on, there's just no reason to trasher. And I questioned the decision. I liked the Courier angle. I think JNails definitely could have done a little bit better of a job there. Probably getting a Crucible would have been sufficient instead of one of these Couriers. But the game's not over yet.
Yeah.
Still have plenty of game to go.
So are there any Gladiator fans now for this deck?
I mean, if you're gonna have like a bunch of coin draw, well, peddler draw really, and you get to 8 and you get to the fortune, yeah, it's pretty nice, but is anyone gonna take a gladiator to start that? Is not clear to me. If anyone's gonna do that, it'll probably be Zanderg, just because he has so much deck control. But I'm not sure you need to do that.
And 2 cards in deck that can be revealed safely at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, it reveals fortune for both players, so
that's
kind of a problem.
But Zanderg can more easily use it. Although I will say, if you flip fortune with Courier, you really don't want to play it. That's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, true.
Alright, so we're seeing the first Artificer from Zanderg. Like it, just having a 5 cost you can toss to feel right. Looks pretty nice to me.
So is this gonna be an interesting shuffle?
Yeah. Yeah, JNails is definitely behind at this point. I don't think it's over just because these decks are so... You're only going to have a 3-card hand pretty much every turn. Zanderg's going to run out of fuel pretty soon here for his catapults, so maybe the plan here from now on for Zanderg is going to maybe be buying a ball, getting like a silver and a walled village every turn or something. And then Zanderg can just start lobbing curses into JNails' deck. That might be the long-term play here. Zanderg will need to keep beating his catapult action, but it's pretty nice if you can get a silver every turn and ball lets you Like, the curses are just gonna absolutely kill JNails, especially with only one Trasher still. Yeah, it feels like the end of the line if Zanderg starts being able to do that.
Okay, so this Courier deck is a thing that regularly played. Apparently,
Yeah.
I'm learning a bit about how this new Dominion is played.
Yeah, looking back on JNails' Courier Catapult open, don't think it was the best idea. I'm really curious what he thought was going to happen.
Catapult turn 3, Courier turn 4.
Yeah, maybe
GG.
some high roll like that, probably.
Yeah,
But
I mean you are a player too.
you are player 2, but I don't know, it seems a little risky to me. Yeah, Zanderg here. Maybe even has to gain a call. Yep. So I think we're going to start seeing ball buys now from Zanderg. At least that's what my gut tells me, is that just balling for Walled Village and a silver every turn looks pretty nice. You can kill the Sycophant here as well. It's not something you're too excited about. Really not a good card. And then you can just wheelwright toss for an Artificer every turn. And then
It's
set it up so you
interesting.
can, yeah.
We did see the favors being used like each shuffle. But I kind of missed that. So I don't know how much to attribute that to Zanderg's success in drawing. I would say not very much,
I
since his deck
wouldn't.
is very
Yeah,
very
I
good
wouldn't
anyway.
imagine it's not that great. It's probably more to just
Yeah,
prevent awkward shuffles than anything.
yeah,
I'll be right back.
yeah. So JNails at least built a defense to the treasure discard attack, so with always having bad cards in hand. So maybe you can just trash some action cards for curses. But yeah, you're saying rocks and chess, but I also don't think it's that far-fetched. You can kind of gain the catapults fairly freely. But I also wouldn't mind just trying to buy provinces. Soon at least. Alright now. So we didn't go for the arena. So this means JNails can win the arena split. For whatever that's worth.
Oh, okay, I'm back.
Yeah. We saw province buy for Zanderg. No
Province
arena
buy from
points.
Zanderg. Okay, interesting.
Uh,
Surprised by that? Maybe I shouldn't be. But I am a little surprised by the province buy. But I mean, on the other hand, on the flip side, you can always just toss province with wiggle right, keep building forever. So
yeah, and like with the draw, it kind of caps, right, what the deck can do. So
yeah.
I can kind of see go for the low
Ooh, this is not the
cap.
best start for Zan. Presumably, we just lose the artificer here, gain another artificer or something.
Yeah, it's one of those rare catapult attack turns for Zanderg. So
Whoa, JNails is going for Marchland. Okay. Wow, I missed a lot when I left. If
yeah,
Marchland feels
didn't
like
trash.
absolute desperation, that's not good.
I mean, JNails didn't trash the estates.
Yeah, he didn't trash a single estate. That is true. Maybe he was going for that the whole time, but man, I'm not. I don't love it. Really don't. It's not gonna outscore provinces. No way. And the stuff you usually can get away with Marchline and going for like junk and stuff, usually get 2 Marchlands in a turn. That's never happening.
Yeah,
3-card hand.
that looks tough, but maybe Marchland in an estate.
In an estate, mate. It's so jank. Does that really beat Province? I don't think it does. Especially as JNails decks are really thick. I don't know. Xander looks like he's having all the fun.
At least we see what the non-mirror does.
Yeah. I suspect
Maybe for
Xander's
back.
going to just part ways with Catapult. Or not. That's pretty
Hitting 7.
critical. Back every time.
Is it though? JNails just discards 2 garbage cards again.
Yeah, but you don't. You still want to. The arena could be interesting as well. Jones mentioned.
Yeah, but then you don't gain a copper with your artificer, right?
Yeah.
If you plan on
True.
discarding the catapult, that's a bit disconnected, I would say.
That's true as well, yeah.
Although maybe you gain it anyway to have this shuffle like this and not. So you can kind of see the justification for it, even if you take arena. But what do we buy here then? Okay, this arena.
Marchland. Okay,
No.
I don't.
And the Psychophant.
I'm confused by the. This feels wrong.
So I kind of want to get rid of my Psychophants again, right?
Yeah.
So like.
Suddenly we have 2 Sycophants in the deck. They're just not that inspiring. They're.
I mean, you could discard them or two shuffles.
I guess.
But yeah, I'm surprised by the Marchland as well. It's not like Zanderg's deck
The
is.
main reason I could see maybe taking Marchland is just to deny JNails Marchlands while you trash them to hand Nails curses. But that's not.
That's a lot of expense.
I would rather just have an Artifice than that.
Mm-hmm.
But with Zanderg's meteoric rise, championship league here, yeah, have to see what he has planned. It's not immediately clear to me what the idea is.
This looks like a solid province turn.
Yeah, this looks like a problem. It is a province turn. Sycophant.
Yeah, and we get the rewrite. Yeah, that's very good. Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna just see.
We can discard the vault, yeah, no worries. I was a bit scared about the shuffle, but of course you don't need to click your cantrip, even if you have it in hand.
Yeah, no, you don't click it here.
That's
You just
important
catapult.
lesson.
You just catapult trash here. Sycophant toss by Rowan.
Yeah.
Kind of tempted to gain Marchland from the Artificer. That I don't understand the point of that. Maybe it's fine. Oh, maybe.
Don't give in.
You think Xander's gonna go for double Marchland here? That would be wild.
Ooh. think province is more points and fewer drunk
Yeah,
cards.
for sure.
Wait, Zanderg used 2 favors last shuffle?
Yeah.
I'm a bit surprised. I mean, it makes the couriers really nice, right? You put in, like, for example, a walled village and some junk. It's interesting.
Is Xander scared JNails is gonna catch him with Marshland? This is a long thing for a province. That's why I'm like, is he really thinking about double Marshland here? He might. Or like Marshland something else. That's really interesting. I mean, Marshland is a really scary card. It surprises a lot of people how quickly it can start scoring. So maybe JNails is like scared Xander. There's just like pressure.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Oh, there we go.
He's
There
actually
we go.
going for it.
Okay.
I don't think this is the right idea, but I don't know that JNails can really do much about it. Maybe it's just a safe way to win. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We'll look at this hand.
I don't know.
With
I
a
feel like
good turn
I
in
feel like
hand.
doing that as Xander almost makes it more likely that JNails finds a way, but
Yeah, but JNails' deck was just so bad.
yeah, his deck was
So,
awful. He needed a second trasher. He's behind from the shot pretty much. All right, so we have JNails
yeah.
starting first here. Xander 2 games
And
away from winning his first league title.
very expensive board.
Very. And another
Um,
Marshland board.
yeah. So what immediately stands out to me is the altar
Yeah,
to
alter.
gain all the nice 5 costs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
War chest looks pretty okay here to have a copy of as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. There are quite a few nice 5s that you can gain.
Yeah, there's
If you keep
Marchland,
defending it.
there's Duchy. War chest looks really strong here, actually. Holy cow. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
really good card here with Marchland. Like, no matter what, you get a green card.
Yeah. Spices also pretty nice.
Yeah, and
Can play
spices
with
too.
gold mines, I assume. Um,
Zanderg, does he take the swashbuckler or the?
oh, oh yeah, 5-2. Interesting.
Yeah,
I, uh,
I think you take the spices because it's more likely you get to alter.
I'm leaning spices. But
You're not getting war chest first, but you're definitely gonna do it later
yeah,
on because I feel like this is gonna be like a signature Marchland. What I feel like. I could
yeah,
be.
Arco brings up a good point. Border village is the only village means you
Yeah, I
kinda want
think
to hit
this
6
is clear spice.
regularly.
Like you just hit 6 here.
Yeah. Who could
Just gonna.
disagree with the new superstar?
All right, JNails take the ducat. The first altar off the board. Probably gonna see a ducat trash from Zanderg. JNails also gets an altar. But a shuffle too late. And again, it looks like JNails is on the back foot here, despite being player 1.
At least somewhat the first play advantage is mitigated. Or not as big anymore.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, there's spices. Could okay. I
Yeah,
was about
border
to ask
village,
whether
border village
yeah,
swashes. It's definitely time for that. You
yeah.
just pass here, Xander. You just don't buy anything. I don't think you buy a royal. Maybe you do. I don't think. No, it seems to. Yeah, and you take a
Yeah.
spices, border village swash. Yeah.
Just recently read the Canada Dominion evaluation of blacksmith. Unfortunately, we're still not in a blacksmith renaissance,
Yeah.
so I'm waiting for it. But
Yeah. Yep.
hey,
We're just gonna see more and more of this until the decks are more or less coalesced.
yeah, we need who draws the border village in the starting hand is the question now. So I couldn't really keep track of the split, but I think JNails is kind of at least he's back. He's not. He's for sure not out of it at the moment.
Yeah, he's not out of it. I think he has less trashes.
Yeah. So basically, if we keep buying border village Swash, then we are just a couple spices away
Yep.
from ending the game. So maybe Watches suffers just from the tempo.
Yeah. Now things feel too
Uh,
fast. Yeah, I was just.
uh,
Oftentimes I'll
that
have a plan of what I'm going to game. Just kind of
happening.
takes it.
Uh, our events also a bit sad this game.
I still
Seaway
think I want a war
just
chest
has
though. Like just
no
threatening the
target.
Marchland or Duchy looks actually. Seaway is fantastic. I think I'm messing. Oh, it's a.
It's a John's. Yeah.
It's a John's joke. Yeah. It's like, wait, is there's like I keep looking at beggar, and this is the kind of board where it's like it looks like a beggar gardens kind of board, but I just didn't see anything with beggar. I was like, oh, did I miss
Beggar black.
something?
Yeah, Beggar blacksmith. This some new tag.
Does this win? Yes. Looks close.
Uh,
Alter trash copper for spices. Draw the spices. You're gonna have 5 buys. I feel like you just need $15. Really? If you have $15, that's it.
$15 is enough.
Yeah. Go win here. Pretty sure you just alter copper into spices. Draw. Border village and sorry, $16. 16.
Do you get a points lead?
Wait, no, I'm so you need more. You need like 21. I'm thinking. I'm really bad at mental math sometimes.
I mean, is a tie is not really interesting for Zanderg, right? In terms of match considerations.
Yeah, ties kind of only help JNails.
Unless you want to take JNails option away to tie on your stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
But
the play would be like it's basically giving JNails a free.
okay, so let's do some counting here. 3 coffers now, 6 coffers will be added, so 9. If we gain a duchy, we can trash an estate. 14, 15. 21 in hand, right? With the drawn spices.
Yeah, spices is $4 on trash.
I was 21 assuming 2 estates. And we need border village, 2 spices, that's 16, and the duchy is 21. To me, this is in hand. Maybe I'm missing something.
Counting 17.
Right? We gain 3 spices, so 9 coffers. Ducat is the 10th coffer. We have 3 spices in the hand is 16, and 5 coffers in hand. 21. We can just trash the estate in hand.
Yeah.
Go to 0 VP.
Yeah, this is. I forgot that you can spend the coffers on spices after getting them.
Yeah,
Forgot about that.
it's a new thing.
It is a
At
new
least to
thing.
me.
True. It's been around, but I haven't played too much to me in a while, other than League, so it really hasn't come up that much. Yeah, Spices did not need the
Exactly.
buff. Spices was already super good. But I mean, I love Spices. Okay with it being. Yeah,
Okay.
you
So if
it really makes sense to triple check here, especially if there's any time to triple check, it's here.
yeah, what do we do if we don't see the win? Oh, Treasure's Copper. Okay. I mean, playing the altar before. Okay, there's
Just wins, all wins. Ha, with
okay.
plenty of
We
money. This is plenty of money to
got a
spare.
province because
Yeah,
yeah, there were spices at the bottom of the deck that we didn't consider. So
yeah. We were thinking of like worst case scenario.
it's all about the spice. Yeah,
Really fast board.
very fast. So it's 2-0.
2-0. Yep, Zanderg is up 2.
Is this
One more win
is
and
this match
Zanderg
point?
will, yeah.
Oh,
And Zanderg starts first.
yeah. True. Could win with a duchy needed to find the province line. So
Hmm.
do have another kingdom.
This one's kind of. There are a lot of nice fives
Do you
here.
see a village?
There is.
I'm struggling.
There's no village other than Madman,
Yeah.
which you're going.
Are Madman Megaton still a thing?
Madman.
Yes.
Madman's always incredible. You get to trash
Madman.
your states, Haven, or Hermit proper. And there's so many options here, actually. There are a lot of good fives. You could just take a Sanctuary. You could take a Quartermaster even. Galleys are pretty. Um, so my gut right now is take Hermit and then some. And usually that means on a board like this, just take the Quartermaster and think later. That could be wrong. What do you think?
How do we get a 5?
How do you what?
How do we get a 5?
You get a 5 through the Curse Gold.
Oh, we curse.
Yeah,
Neither player's curse gold in hand. I see. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, curse gold can easily be played here with Hermit, so don't worry about that. Yeah, yeah, you really need to formulate a game plan here first. That informs your 5, I think.
Yeah. Sanctuary is the
Like, do
safe
you?
one. Quartermaster is usually pretty broken, so I just take a
Yeah,
Quartermaster anyway.
I like the Quartermaster for sure. Yeah, I mean, opening Quartermaster. What a day, you know.
There's also a case to be made for getting Puka on your 5, crashing with Copper and getting one big from down, just kill like states in it or something. Really clean. Also an option. Maelstrom's usually the weaker side. That helps your opponent. But it is an option. There's a lot to think.
Yeah. Can you do a Madman Inventor Megaturn?
Um,
Or is that too fancy?
there is Madman Market Square. That is a real bona strategy. If there were, oh, there is buy on the board. There is Sanctuary. Maybe you go for. That's inventive.
Back in my day, we used to play Madman Bridge.
Madman Bridge too, yeah. You know
No chance,
what?
that's Akku. I trust
No,
his judgment.
you know what?
What do I know?
I think you could do it. To be honest, I think you could get away with it, especially with Quartermaster lower piles too.
Yeah, you get some advantage with Quartermaster.
Yeah, you
You
could do
even
that.
hit Sanctuary a couple times for the buys.
Now, is it feasible? I don't know. I don't see a way this game ends quickly other than an enter mega turn. So you really have
Would
a
it
long
be,
time to build.
would it be cool? That's also the question to win like that.
And would Legionary discard attack
Yeah,
completely murder Madman?
yeah, it would.
I mean, would it? Because if you're not popping your Madman until like when it really matters, and you even have Haven to just set them aside, and
Or
so
get a bunch
like,
of havens, yeah.
does the discard even do anything to stop that? I don't know. Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
lot to
true.
think about.
If you play Mega Turn, your bottleneck is still actions and not draw, so
Yeah, but you could get a bunch of sanctuaries for buy. You can just gain them with Inventor. It's not a big deal. Well,
well, it is kind of.
can't do. However, if you have 2 quarries down, you can buy a lot.
Okay, we have 2 alley openings.
Alley, yeah, I'm not too familiar with alley openings, to be honest. I don't. It looks good.
It's good and fun to do, but over a hermit is.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Maybe Zanderg's just gonna do Curse Gold Copper and just trash 3 cards here. That seems so weird. I don't like that. That seems awful.
No way
I'd
you,
rather just have
no way you
Quartermaster.
open alley Maelstrom.
Yeah,
Then
that
something's
seems
wrong.
so bad.
That's just nuts.
I'm really confused by the double alley open too. I guess it's just super
Yeah.
obvious. It's just A League play. I mean, B Leaguers wouldn't understand. I'm not even a B Leaguer anymore. I demoted, but um,
I mean, yeah, like I like the point. If you forget about Curse Gold, then this is correct, which I can kind of see. Yeah,
yeah, can't
that's
imagine
where
you
both
forget
players are
about
right now.
Curse Gold. I mean, they're
I
really
mean,
good players. I don't think they forgot. I guess
I mean,
anything's
do more
possible.
poker. You don't see the Curse Gold.
The old sports cliche: take things one turn at a time in a strategy card game. That seems like a bad idea. But that's why it's a
Yeah.
cliche, I guess. Because it works.
Yeah. And I mean,
Oh
the
my
turn
god.
two, the
I'm like,
turn
oh
two
my
phase.
gosh, with how he's playing those coppers, is he really gonna Maelstrom? I was like, oh no. No. Okay, we're going for
Puka.
Puka.
Okay, I'm looking forward to game 4.
Yeah.
So the Puka, that's a little nuts to me, but yeah, maybe there's something
Okay,
I'm
now
missing.
Xander goes for Maelstrom, just kills all the junk cards, maybe? Yeah, that's the line that makes the most sense, right? Because if you're gonna go for Puka, that means you're prioritizing cycling. You're using Alley to fish for your Puka quicker. You're just trying to get through the shuffle and get thin as fast as possible. Or you just take Quartermaster here. But then you have a bunch of junk in your deck.
Yeah, playing First Gold makes way
You
more
can't
sense when you play Hermit as well, right?
you can't play Curse Gold and buy crop rotation because you gain a card in your buy phase, so you don't get a Madman off the Hermit. I just realized. I was
Yep.
thinking about that because I was like, yeah, with Curse Gold you can hit 6 a lot easier, but that's actually because Hermit got nerfed. It doesn't work that way.
But the
Crop
rotation is
rotation's
very nice.
interesting for sure. Okay.
Do we now have a Hermit for JNails,
Yeah,
which I like.
I really like it. I wonder if they're gonna go for the Mega Turn. I wonder if that's just informing everything they do. At least for JNails. I'm really surprised Zanderg hasn't gone for Quartermaster. I don't think Zanderg is
We're
thinking about
thinking
not
about the
playing
chapter.
Puka. I think Zanderg's thinking whether or not he wants to Maelstrom. Because a Maelstrom in here is pretty nice. If you don't want a Maelstrom, you just toss Curse. But if you're thinking about it, you're thinking about whether you're not you're Maelstroming. So you're deciding that now. That would be my guess. And just because you might kill one estate too. I don't think you want all 3 estates, even with crop rotation. Yeah, with that long think, we might see a Maelstrom here. Just kill the Curse Gold and the 2 curses.
I mean,
it's not my favorite play, but I don't really. Yeah, this board's almost like the opposite of the first board. That the possibilities are endless, but like it's also not really clear how this game's gonna go to me. I feel like JNails has a better plan because he's going for Hermit and has Quartermaster. Really interested in seeing what Xander is going to do. You're gonna pivot to Quartermaster now. Just argue that, yeah, I'm thinner. I've focused on thinning quickly. Looks like we're.
Yep, there it is.
Not the Curse Gold, though. Interesting. That's kind of surprising.
Okay. For some reason in my mind, I thought you needed to trash 3 unique cards. But that's just not it.
Okay, so what this tells me is what this tells me is Zanderg is going to next turn take Quartermaster off of a 5-buy and get a Hermit. That makes the most sense. The deck's pretty thin for Zanderg. I would imagine we're going to see a Quartermaster now from Zanderg. Is that what we're going to end up seeing? What do you think Zanderg's up to?
Yeah. Puka on terminal boards is just. It feels like it puts you in such a weird corner.
Yeah.
I really have trouble formulating a game plan from that. That makes me happy. So.
For sure. Yeah, the more I look at this, the more I feel like definitely some Madman Megaturn.
Yeah, otherwise,
You can just get quarries off Master. Sanctuary buys won't be a problem. You can win that too. And you can play like 4 inventors. Kind of awkward. I think it's probably the best thing.
so JNails will have 2 Quartermasters down now.
Yeah. And with the Quartermasters, you can pressure the estates too, and the yeah, you definitely
Yeah.
can play lean and hard and hermits. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It took me a while,
At
but
least
I
it,
think that's the
at least it will reveal fairly quickly what JNails' plan is.
yeah.
Whether he wants to go for that or because otherwise, if you just play some like we used to call it good stuff deck
Mm-hmm.
earlier, then I guess you would gain some allies, maybe
Yeah.
just buy a bunch of OK cards. I think that's the main alternative.
Pretty much to get out of the range of some hermit megaturn idea would need
Mhm.
essentially outscore like 3 duchies worth of points. Probably need like 2 to 3 provinces to be safe. Maybe even more, just because quartermasters can really start drilling down the estates. Vendors with sanctuary duchies pretty cheap as well. I don't know. So we're seeing a quarry from Zanderg, so that signals to me he's gonna start going for sanctuary. So I think he sees something.
Against a hermit, so another hermit also
Yeah,
signals that
yeah.
direction.
JNails is definitely going for them.
Also, interestingly, you could, um, if you gain estates with Quartermaster, you can gain them into your hand to save a turn with crop rotation, right?
I'm sorry. Could you
That's
repeat that?
with Quartermaster. If you have an estate set aside, you can save your turn with crop rotation by picking it up, right?
Yeah,
In like a deck that's just not super strong, but it's not really relevant for JNails, and Zanderg doesn't have a Quartermaster, so.
yeah, for sure.
So these Quartermasters will be interesting against 2 states, so that means no Mega Turn. Right?
Yeah. So now we see the
I would
first
think,
Mega
yeah.
Man. Not Mega Man.
Yeah. Mega
Madman.
Man.
Mega Man. Uh. Yeah. Zanderg really, really, really needs a quartermaster.
Isn't it a little late already
Yeah, but
for it?
still you want estate pressure. You can get an extra quarry with it for free. You can get an inventor or two. You can get hermit. You have so much flexibility. It's really good to have a quartermaster. It's not like this game's gonna end like in the next 3. You're gonna get your money's worth out of quartermaster. I think we'll see a
I'm
quartermaster here.
assuming JNails just gets
Ooh,
all these states. Yeah.
so quartermaster sanctuary. Gotta be right.
Uh, yeah, I can see it. I mean, I would like to play a different terminal soon. Quartermaster.
Yeah,
It
for
could
sure.
be Quartermaster next turn.
Sanctuary and
I mean,
Legionary. Legionary is only gold, right? It's not. Yeah, not cursed. It's not like card with gold title or something.
Oh yeah,
I don't like the Legionary.
that would be funny.
I don't
This
think
probably
I don't think it stops me.
probably in the history of Dominion. There was a real life table where someone argued that you should be able to reveal curse gold to Legionnaire, but
Yeah, and then gold mine as well.
Legionary. Oh yeah.
Gold mine could also be would be kind of interesting, but that's not what it is.
More text than
Zanderg is super dead. Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it?
yeah.
Zanderg decided to like turbocharge Thin, but unless he starts going for like quartermaster stuff quick, it's booked. Although maybe you can pivot. Time to pivot. But yeah, it's looking a little dodgy here. I really knows his plan. Even though he's definitely trashed a lot less. You can almost start attacking Zanderg too with Maelstrom actually as well. Just because Zanderg is like thinner. So
JNails' plan is gain estates and buy some provinces, right?
oh maybe. Yeah, maybe he's not even going for the mega turn. I
Yeah, no,
feel
he's
like
for sure not.
I feel like you could though.
And that ship has sailed.
Yeah, maybe it has.
It's like you would never go for the estates with your quartermaster. Early quartermasters then. But yeah.
Zanderg still doesn't
I
have a
think
hermit. Yeah, it's
this
rough.
Tracer's comment, this is crazy rogue decked, seems to sum up my feelings about Zanderg's deck as well.
Yeah. I was confused by what yes, he got thinner, but didn't really justify it. The lack of tempo, and then he had multiple opportunities to go for quartermaster and didn't. Instead, bought a quarry and sanctuary. Felt really slow. Once again, quartermaster being broken as hell. Like I said at the beginning of the game, like just click on quartermaster, think later. It's usually a good strategy. It's really
Yeah.
hard to go wrong.
Yeah, opening with it is.
I don't think Zanderg's lost or anything, but it looks really difficult to know. Legionary plan. I mean, that's you have to buy a gold and you have to buy a legionary. By the time you do that, JNails will have emptied the estates. Galleys could be empty. Oh, that's interesting. We're gonna see double Madman here with the crop rotation buy from JNails. Sure of it. I was also thinking a Madman Inventor Rush. It's still in the cards for sure. It's not. JNails can still do.
Yeah.
Can at least dabble.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Eureka Momo got third this season.
Yeah, Yuri Kamami has been incredible.
So if he had made it, we would have seen the Hermit Inventor.
I mean, we still might
line.
see it. I mean, it's not. Nothing JNails is doing is contradicting that by any means. But yeah, this game does look like JNails is to lose for sure. But you can still play. JNails gains silver with second hermit, which suggests no mega turn. It suggests he buys province or something.
Yeah. So I mean, also the states will run very soon. The curses will run fairly soon.
Yeah.
So mega turns also would struggle a bit with that, I would guess.
Not necessarily. If you have a bunch of sanctuaries and even
Yeah.
just like 2 inventors. JNails has a quarry, right? I know that Zanderg has 1 quarry. Oh, he has the second. He just got it.
Yeah, so it kind of feels like Zanderg would be more or better equipped
Yeah, and
for the
Zanderg is
mega turn
going
now.
for the legionaries.
I
That
mean, 2
doesn't.
quarries and a couple sanctuaries, so he can actually build like way quicker.
Yeah. I don't love the lead, but maybe it's fun.
Kind of forces a gold buy, doesn't it? No. Otherwise, what's the guy doing? The guy with his sword. I won't want to use my terminal on just +3. Yeah.
Okay, we're buying
Okay.
havens now. I don't think 3 havens is the way to go. In fact, I think that's quite bad actually. It makes your I mean, 1 haven made sense, right? Always set aside a green card, but 3 seems, and if anything it lowers piles for potential.
Have, have you considered that they were free?
Yeah. Well, there's no such thing as a
It's
free lunch or a free haven in this case.
free haven, yeah, true.
Zanderg will pay for it, one way or another.
Yeah, that's very wise.
Now, we're talking about
Oh,
estates with quartermaster. Those are.
those are actually.
Alright, so we're seeing a province buy from JNails. Okay.
Oh. Oh, we're still start of turn, okay. No, we're not. We can just it's a shadow thing, yeah.
Alright,
So this
yeah. These
haven
havens
you
are
wouldn't
putting in the work.
yeah.
Like those havens were so bad. Oh my lord. This is like, yeah, those havens alone just completely crippled Xander
Yeah.
here. This feels like a game loser.
We're gonna play some Haven Megatons.
You kind of
So,
have to. Oh my god, the Legionary top deck. Without that, this is completely cooked. Because Zanderg finds the Legionary there, there's actually potentially some play. But even then, you lose a quarry. This would have been so much better without the havens.
well, look at next turn. Reset aside cards. What a day.
What a top deck, though, for Zanderg. That Legionary. Without that Legionary. That's still not looking good for Zanderg at all.
Yeah, next turn will be good, but then the turn after you have 3 Havens again.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I have some good news for you. Haven's not a good card, so you can set it aside with Haven.
Oh.
There you go. Solve your own problems. Efficient.
I think we need a 4th one in that case, so we can set 2 Havens aside.
So duration balance.
Yeah.
The classic. Oh, I have 3 wharves. I need a 4th wharf. I have duration balance.
Yeah. Why else would you get a 4th wharf?
Okay, another haven and an alley. These havens seem really suspect. I don't like.
Yeah, that's why we have 4, Aku.
Yeah, that's why
We all agree that 3 was incorrect.
I have too many havens, so let me get another haven to set aside. Haven. All right. So at this point, Zanderg's best play maybe is just buying province, getting really thin, legionary attacking every single turn. Does that beat JNails massively? Unclear.
Mm,
Very
unclear.
unclear. Yeah.
JNails got an inventor.
Yeah. Makes sense.
That's an extra gain
Yeah.
at any point
Oh,
because the piles are fairly low.
yeah.
So
This
Bard is the
game.
only ungained card in the kingdom.
Yeah, this game is JNails' he has all of the pressure with Madman and Inventor. For sure. The only thing JNails deck
Yeah.
doesn't have is too many sync. I know he has one. I don't know how many he has them.
Yeah, I'm assuming it just ends on JNails' turn, but like maybe it doesn't have quite the gains actually.
JNails has 3, 4, maybe 5 gains. I don't know how many Sanctuary he has.
Yeah. Depends on how much Zanderg is cooperating with Haven gains.
So I'm seeing 2 Sanctuary gains from JNails, so he has 5 gains. So with Inventor, he can get another Inventor. With that Inventor, he can get us another Sanctuary. The Curse Gold is
Yeah.
yeah, but come on. Oh, wait, no, that's not a come on. The curses are actually quite relevant here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Curse Gold is yeah, so we got 7 to pile with the Havens. JNails is right outside the range of winning here.
I think we also need one Quartermaster to put an estate in hand here.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is really
Here's the thing.
a hand.
If Zanderg didn't lower the Haven pile this much, Zanderg would have a lot more time. But because he lowered the Havens so low, it just gives JNails a
Oh,
free access to like a victory. It was really bad to take those Havens. I was worried about that, and now I'm definitely like, yeah, that's a really bad play.
okay, Jane is playing very fast.
Yeah, there's nothing to think
Yeah.
about here.
Isn't there?
Yeah, there's nothing to think about.
Oh,
You just win next turn.
okay.
Completely over.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I guess Janet just doesn't can't
Yeah,
catch up
Xander,
the points.
Xander, all the
Yeah.
gains in multiple
Oh
ways.
no.
It was really. Without it, I wonder, but with it, definitely.
I mean, now he does, I would say. The previous turn I was worried.
Yeah,
But
Xander definitely got caught
uh,
lacking with a plan here this game.
that's a bit annoying.
JNails played this really excellent. I had no idea what he was doing. It's turn 12 and he has 18 minutes, and it's really good. Really, really good props there to Jane. Presumably his first win of the match, although you never know.
The problem is Zanderg has to click all these 5 allies. Yeah, right. Otherwise, you're gonna draw them.
Yeah.
So resigning looks really efficient here in terms of not wasting so many clicks.
Well, there's really
Which
no
I don't know.
reason not to play on. I don't think.
But yeah,
I mean, I guess if
I
you're
mean,
tilted.
yeah, all save clicks. If that's a metric you're optimizing for, this would be like a good time.
I patented the reverse tilt though. Where if you're tilted, the best thing to do is just to keep on playing, so you exhaust
Okay.
your opponent and also recover from the tilt.
Okay.
So there's like no reason
Yeah.
to not just play on here.
Visit some alleys. Take a look at your havens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty scenery, maybe. Enjoy it while it lasts. But yeah, I don't know if there's a way to stack the deck here that doesn't end with a JNails win on the next turn.
Yeah, there's nothing. You just have to kind of hope JNails duds. Which means you
I
really
guess
need to find the
then,
Legionary.
yeah, the question is, does Zanderg know that the Madman is in this hand? Or could have been hidden in the previous hand?
I
Probably,
mean,
I think he
with the way
JNails
JNails
played
was
every treasure.
the way with JNails was playing last turn, didn't play a single Haven. There is a method
Yeah.
of maybe, hey, maybe JNails drew the Madman last turn. I mean, there's stuff to play for. I mean, there's no reason not to. Okay? Nothing to think about in turn. You just have to kind of hope he doesn't kick off.
Oh, do you see the tech here? We have all the alleys to discard the havens.
There's
They,
no
they,
there's no
they
pointless
don't mess.
clicking. This is the league final. Play on, be the warrior. Um, yeah, you just gotta find the lead by province. Pray, pretty. Please don't click on.
Province and alley, yeah?
I mean, no.
Oh, I want a bard. We we don't have a bard yet at this kingdom. No.
It's impossible for
Okay.
JNails not to take Haven 2 times curse. Yeah, but you still made JNails click it. And that's what really matters. You delay the game. And JNails gets his first win. We're on
Yeah,
to game
and on a
4.
break, right? So that that makes it quite a bit more exciting now.
Yeah.
Of course, Zanderg's still on match point, but now we are on JNails' first player again.
Yep. JNails needs to finagle a tie somewhere. Okay, new table. Is there not a new table up yet? I don't see.
There's one
There is.
different server.
So I have to refresh.
Oh, we're gonna see an Alchemist game from JNails.
And the server refresh.
Let me know when you're
Invalid
in.
session.
Okay. We do have an Alchemist game, like JNails opening potion immediately. So now we have some time for Zanderg to think.
There we go.
I'm expecting both players will open Masquerade here.
Wait, opening potion immediately, not even thinking?
I mean, maybe he thought really fast.
I don't think so.
They were like, I was in the game for 3 or 4 seconds before he clicked it. So,
That's surprising.
supercomputer. But where's the draw? Otherwise.
Well, yeah. But
I could kind
yeah. Alright.
yeah,
I mean, I guess. I just don't know. But like I hate opening potions so much. I just hate it. It's so bad. 5 cost.
I
you
mean,
really
paired
need.
with the Masquerade is actually pretty good pairing though. I think it's better than silver for hitting 3p.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
it is. Maybe
So
you
we saw
hit.
scrap though. Wait.
JNails skipping mask is crazy. I feel like I would
I
sooner
know
open scrap mask than
yeah,
mask.
for sure. It was about to. I mean, grab also helps with hitting. That's not. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm not convinced.
Okay. And now we do card coin. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Grab to the rescue. Wait, we have 2 scraps. So what are we missing? Is it scrounge? Is it scrap scrounge synergy or
What does scrounge do?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
John's
Ah,
8 connected
you're
lines.
gonna buy a
Yeah.
scrounge over Alk? Like, what world?
I mean, I think scrap 4 plus buy, I don't think that's very convincing. Having
Yeah.
a second scrap turn 4 is not for third buy.
Guess you could just
I would think.
trash a duchy a bunch, scrounge it back with an estate later. That's something to do later. That's not something to do.
You gain a card from supply. Yeah, okay. We don't need to trash 5 for
And you
scrounge.
wouldn't do duchy. Like, literally any 5 that potentially has any value, like capital.
Yeah, your ins. You have an in.
You do, probably. Yeah, Masquerade's definitely going to be a bit of a skill check for the Alchemist top deck, as Aku said. Which is why it's kind of
So,
insane to me to skip.
so we, yeah.
Isn't JNails like the biggest scrap lover, or was that complaint? I forgot. It was a long time ago. There was like a huge scrap debate. It was like the
Sounds like a plain
American.
thing.
It was like the Federalists versus the Anti-Federalists, but like for Dominion. The whole scrap debate. It was really.
Is Complaint still playing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mostly, I don't know. Complaint plays on it. She's still around. Like I talked to her the other week, but yeah, I don't know if she plays to me that much anymore. But yeah, she's around.
Okay. So we should probably talk about what we do after having all the alchemists and some scraps.
Yeah, for sure.
Does Corsair trash potion? No, right? No.
JNails doesn't have any ammunition left for scrap. Although Zanderg will probably just. Well, maybe Zanderg doesn't even hand over. He just hand over copper, or just don't even bother. Juniper testing his 18th century American. Yeah, I was thinking about
Is
that,
there?
but then Dr. Steeler laughs. I'm like, oh, well, he gets it, so it's all good. It's all
I mean,
good.
isn't that still kind of contemporary?
I mean, it's like
Or am I
300
mixing?
years ago contemporary, but yeah, sure.
Am I mixing something up with like the? Yeah, maybe I am.
Yeah, no,
Aren't
this
there
is
like
like during the American
Federalist
Revolution.
Dutch?
It was after the war. They had the
But
Articles of
aren't there Federalist
Confederation, and then they had Shays
Dutchess?
Rebellion,
Or
and
yeah, maybe yeah.
yeah.
Still the Federalist Society, right? That have like a interpretation of the Constitution that is
Yeah.
kind of unique. So that part I get, but
Yeah, I could have gone for like the French
that's a
Revolution, but that wasn't really like a well-spirited debate as much as yeah. Um
yeah.
okay. What do we got going on?
It's
Okay, we're
it's
trashing a state. Um
I think in longer matches that's the average game 4 game 5 commonly just losing
yeah,
their
pretty
minds
much.
and
Yeah.
talking about
It's always what happens.
other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, to be fair, this game isn't that long. I've been in.
Yeah, the alchemists are almost gone. I like
Could be game.
scrounging.
Yeah.
Scrounging.
Yeah.
You just take coin buy, presumably. By alchemist and
Oh, it seems like 5 people or so left now
that's
because.
fine. They got upset that we trash talked the French Revolution. Well, I did. You
Oh
didn't.
yeah.
Maybe you love it. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's talk about the ethics of beheading thousands of people.
Yeah. Triumph looks kind of interesting with Scrounge actually. Kind of cool. I think this game is gonna end with like someone getting a bunch of capital. I don't know why. I just feel like that's what's gonna happen.
So what are our payload options?
It's capital.
Capitals. Yeah. You could do some grave robbing, especially with scrap.
Ooh, capital dodges Corsair. Not that that matters at all, but it does. That's cool.
Mhm.
Barbarian definitely could be a
Mhm.
thing. You could hit their elks because they're not top.
Yeah, hitting an arc would be
Yeah, that
quite
would be brutal.
painful.
You can't grave rob it back, right? Because it doesn't cost 3 to 6
It
a
does not
potion.
know. I'm kind of surprised that Zanderg got 5 alchemists first. Is it a second scrap issue? Oh,
Yeah. This definitely could evolve into barbarian stuff. Although that does seem a bit slow, but suddenly when you're playing 2-3 barbarians, yeah, with how thin the deck is, that could be really brutal. Ooh, yeah, I don't like that. Barbarian looks kind of scary, actually. Oh, there we go.
yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
The wisdom of the crowd. Caravan guard, pretty good. It's
I,
alright. I don't know about
I
pretty
haven't
good,
heard that sentence before.
but caravan card being good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not. It's nice with like core core tier,
JNails just
but core tier's not.
JNails just passed his remaining scrap. So
Yeah, that's a little interesting.
just does that settle the debate? I mean, I don't think it's very interesting. There are 4 alchemists in hand.
Yeah.
Besides it, so how many did he top deck? Was it 4? 3.
um,
Okay.
yeah, it was just an unfortunate draw. Is pretty much scrap or
So,
nothing. I mean,
uh,
as in, you're just doing scrap. There's no other one you're passing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now we see what value Masquerade has, in case someone was still skeptic on that debate.
Need a village and scrounge for barbarian. I mean, yeah, not ideal. Definitely could. Now, what I'm thinking you could maybe do is get a billion capital, set them all aside somehow, or thing or another, and then use all your capitals. That's That's what RTT would do. Remember RTT? I remember RTT. RTT beat me with Capital like that, actually. A long time ago. RTT's still around, right? I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you definitely want to play with Capital. Okay, we're seeing a Grave Robber, and that makes sense with the Barbarians.
We missed the potion, so one Alchemist top deck, so at least play for the Masquerade this turn. But I think, yeah, like losing the last grab, now JNails is in a really tough spot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, still match point. Zanderg, and I think now in a very good position.
JNails not in a good position.
Zanderg is in a better position, I would say.
Yeah, I would. It looks that way, and he's second player too, so it's definitely going to give me an uphill battle. But that's what we're here for.
Oof. I mean, if Barbarian hits an Alchemist now, I would.
Okay.
I would leave.
No, you wouldn't. It's the last game. You can't leave.
Yeah.
Can't leave. And even if the games are totally lost, there's 2 more games. And yeah, it's gonna be fun.
What? Yeah. Actually, I'm convinced that if you lose an Alchemist here to the Barbarian, that's
I mean, yeah, that's
the ways to come back out like very narrow then.
yeah.
But there are 11 non-Alchemist cards.
There are.
That could be hit. They could be on top. And only some of them would screw you. Like losing the Grave Robber now would also kind of suck. I guess you could at least get a scrap then, so.
You don't even set aside here with Native Village. Which is why I'm surprised Xander didn't just set aside with the Native Village right there. I'm kind of surprised by that. Because you would ideally like to pass the curse, especially with JNails not having a map. And now that's not so clear. So now Native Village is just, well, you're just not going to set aside because you really like to hit him with the curse. I feel. He's feeling frisky. I don't know. Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay.
We'll probably see scrap trash estate for buy in action, play barbarian, etc., etc. Scrounging. Any 5.
Could also get rid of potion.
No, surely not.
But
plus, if it hits barbarian hits potion, you get a silver for your trouble.
Yeah, fair enough.
And you can just get Grave Robber. Essentially. Scrounge for a Grave Robber this turn. Scrounge for an N or fine to me. Oh, if you already have the buy, you don't. Yep. Okay. Alright. Well, JNails isn't gonna resign here. Because you. Okay. No. I mean, you can't. You can't resign there. Like, you're just saying, yeah, I'm not gonna win. Like, I feel like you have to play on there. Oh, whoops. I accidentally gave JNails the win. I didn't mean.
Yeah, that was very good timing. Yeah.
Yeah, immediately resigns commentator's curse.
Yeah.
Surely he won't resign here. He can't. And then he just immediately, he's like, yeah, all right.
So congratulations are in order
Yep. Zanderg,
to Zanderg.
meteoric rise,
First,
immediately wins division, and JNails once
first,
again denied.
yeah. So
Yeah,
we're
5-2. Pretty nice.
playing 2 games for the record now, but yeah.
Yeah, now it's just for fun.
Zanderg, first time A division, first time champion.
Yeah. What's Peril do again? It's a trash in action for the. I get confused. A couple of. Yeah, not bad. I mean, I gotta start spectating Xander if I'm around playing ladder. I've,
Okay.
I wasn't familiar with his game.
Yeah. So what are we doing here?
Well, we're opening 5-2 and immediately having a massive advantage.
I mean, that's the Baker token, right? So
Yeah, there is. That's true. But it is just way better to
I
have
guess.
your.
Oh, it's arms. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really.
5-2. Yeah. I missed that
Uh,
part.
Storyteller hideout. Good to me. Storyteller Ironmonger. Well, I kind of prefer the hideout though. And then from there, I would want a second hideout. I'd want to get a Soothsayer, second Storyteller. Soothsayer is really nice for the color draw.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Boards just kind of plays itself. You start seeing some of the pattern. Marquis looks really
No,
nice.
that card peril.
There isn't anything like stupid with Feodum, right? Like there's Druid silver gaining. That's just dumb. That's not gonna happen. There is, however, death cart buys, which you can then peril ruin the ruin. You can do that.
Yeah.
That's definitely something. That's not nothing. That's actually relevant. You're gonna get
Something
things.
we can do.
We'll
Is
probably
there
see that.
better buy than loot? Not really, right? So yeah.
It's pretty.
I mean, Druid is also Druid Earth.
Yeah, Druid Earth.
Not that bad.
Yeah, you don't even mind taking. You're not opening. Definitely pretty nice. But really, like this board's all about Storyteller and Hideout. And then from there, the possibility. Storyteller Death Cart does work. Play the Death Cart first and Storyteller.
Mm. I thought Jones was referring to the opening, or just the
Oh,
synergy in general.
Something that will come up here is when you Storyteller at all, you can't alms because treasures. That is relevant.
That's true.
I do like Storyteller in the open just because it cycles really fast. It just gets you to your hideouts a lot quicker, but you don't get your alms when you. So, maybe you just open double hideout here and just do that for a little. But honestly, I'm not excited with that. And even with the Storyteller cycling, turn or two. Storyteller. Oh, I don't
And
like.
Baker. And Druid. Wow. Those are some cards,
Yeah,
though.
I don't love
Druid
that.
in the opening, huh?
I think we're just
Just
having
arms?
fun now, to be honest. Maybe not though. I don't know. Druid is just peril food. I mean, if it's just peril food, why take Druid?
Yeah,
I
then
guess
take
it
an
just gives
Ironmonger.
you maximum options with the Earth Scope, maybe.
I mean, I mean, Druid Earthgift. That's you can Druid Earthgift and then arms. That's I think. I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
can
can
get
do that.
around to it.
Yeah, that's not terrible. I'm just really surprised by the Baker weapon. I feel like even
Yeah,
Soothsayer is better.
yeah. The Baker is. I mean, Soothsayer.
I'd rather have a
Soothsayer.
hideout than a Baker. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like,
Yeah, me too.
I don't get the. That's just That feels like a victory lap. Like I'm just gonna have. But I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
I mean,
Maybe Baker's really good here. Why am I doubting the winner of the champion?
in my 7th season total, also would probably still like the Baker opening.
Yeah.
That's actually mean to say it to the champion. So
That is kind of mean. Uh,
yeah, why not? So what does the Baker do here?
I
I mean,
don't
it
know.
does give you maybe like arms plus a buy if you have a few tokens.
Yeah, I'm not
Maybe it's
excited.
just all about the gains. Like imagine you Earth give for Ironmonger, your arms an Ironmonger, and then you have tokens to spend and buy a Druid.
Yeah,
What wouldn't that be a day of Dominion?
still feels like you're just playing story to Marquis. I don't know why we're not just getting storytelling. Feels weird. Yeah, I don't. Maybe both players just chat messaged each other on Discord. Let's story. And also, let's not say it in
Mhm.
chat for whatever reason. Like, that doesn't make sense. I feel like Storyteller's really.
I'm just hoping for death cards.
Yeah. Maybe they're just really overstating their heads, like how skipping out on Holmes can. That might just be their work.
Yeah.
Wait,
But at the
why are
info leak.
we doing this hideout before? I guess we're just not triggering. I'm.
Yeah, I would have drawn on. Have some fun, see some cards.
Yeah.
But
Kind of.
having the draw card already is pretty nice, right? So, ooh, we saw Taskmaster. That is
There's even
interesting to me.
Storyteller with loot center. Like, so many loots you just love to play mid. There's the Spyglass one, Sextant. The Hammer one's pretty nice. Especially on this board, just getting a death card mid turn is.
Oh yeah, I want that. So, so since we've drawn deck here, surely this means we're ready for the death card.
Hmm.
I say that with like youthful ambition.
If we had the Storyteller, I would say yes. But because we don't have the Storyteller, it feels a little premature to do that. I could see druiding a death cart, using a offer and buying Storyteller out just fine here for Zanderg. The thing about Soothsayer is it looks a lot less good when you don't have a Storyteller to go with it. me at least. Yeah, I really like the Death Cart Storyteller line for Zanderg because Druid's plus buy as well, and you really have no problems killing both ruins for 2 loot. Like this line. So you just toss a copper here with Druid for Death Cart and just buy Story. Pretty strong. It's a little variable,
definitely
but
happy. I'm happy to keep the Death Hideout around for at least another turn.
yeah,
Like, I don't need these coppers in my deck.
coppers are the enemy.
They are, for sure.
Yes.
Just after gold, but
we've come so far. It used to be silver was the enemy, and now it's gold is the enemy.
yeah.
We've come a long way. I don't know. Like, I feel like in 5 years we'll be saying the true enemy is platinum. I think it's really interesting Zanderg is taking a ton of time to think here now that the match is.
Yeah, true.
Like, yeah, there is playing for pride, but I still wouldn't take a million years on a decision like that. Which just tells you how much of a competitor Zanderg is to me. Not to sound cliche, but that's a competitor in my opinion.
That's a positive framing at least.
Yeah.
So we'll go with that.
Hey, we got a storyteller from JNails. Please buy apparel.
So no Death card, yeah.
No death cart yet. I mean,
Maybe
Xander
this
can always
turn.
just get death cart mid. There's no reason to really go.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Something I failed to. My idea. You can just do the same thing and less likely. Presumably, I feel it. Yeah, now if there is a time to death card, time is. You can trigger the shuffle. Okay, should be death card. Yep.
Oh, let's go. That's my champion.
We like the party down here. Championship.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're playing Ruin Library here. Just cycle through the Ruin.
Oh yeah. Good
Yeah.
point. What a great ruin.
I mean, you're just
This
gonna
is why
sack
it's
the
the
death
best,
card.
no?
You're still just gonna sack the card for. It's just. It feels bad, but really. I guess you could leave the Ruin on top, but why? I don't see a reason.
Yeah.
I guess you could.
That's the powerful ruin that we got.
Or Zanderg wasn't thinking of peril at all and
Oh,
just wants to play death card for money. I don't know.
then I would retract my previous statement.
Yeah, that's my champion no longer. That's not my champion.
No, yeah. To reiterate Aku's point, I'm so confused.
If no
Please
peril,
buy
we
peril.
riot.
Yeah. might be some French Revolution around
Yeah,
here.
I was about to make a joke about that actually. I was trying to like connect it somehow to like the Marie Antoinette and the cake eating. I was trying to
Oh,
think of something right there, but
yeah.
nothing was coming to mind, and then you just brought up the French Revolution. So I was like, all right.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Peril.
Orb. Okay. Let's do it again.
All right, Orb and Jewel. Yeah, those are both pretty nice.
Okay.
And to note, they're nice because they have buy on them.
Oh, we didn't buy a rune. That
Yeah. Yeah, there's.
can't win them all.
I mean, honestly, it makes sense not to buy a ruin. You can always just get more off of the druid. You just don't want.
Yeah, just not let death card. Yeah. Okay, so JNails is.
Now, if Zanderg had a storyteller, I would be more happy. Didn't happen. Yeah, Soothsayer is not. You. JNails completely lost. I mean, he already lost, so you know that, John. No. Yeah, I don't know. He definitely looks behind, for sure.
Yeah.
JNails making Storyteller look. Never gonna forgive him.
JNails losing a rune split here. Devastating.
Whoa. Huh? Why did we stop here? Yeah, okay. That was just the mind. I got you. Yeah, play. Yeah. He's forgot action. I'll be right back.
Yeah, another death card. So this is probably resignable again. Seeing this turn. Hey. Lots of undos for friendly match, but so playing a death card, interesting. I guess the runes aren't really in low supply, so might as well. Insisting on Marquis draw. No Storyteller. I agree that Storyteller looks pretty good.
Okay, I'm back.
But then again, there's lots of overdraws, at least on the turns where the Ironmonger hits the correct thing. So it's a bit risky, that a risk you don't really need to take. Ooh, but this is the turn where the Taskmasters will kick off.
Ooh, Taskmaster. That's different.
A
lot happened since I finished.
Yeah.
There was like a whole bunch of nothing happening, and then I leave for 2 seconds, and suddenly 2 Taskmasters.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. Surely you know you have some questions. What happens at parties once you leave?
Story of my life, honestly.
Hey. Oh, fortunate. When JNails starts getting duchies here, I'm gonna
Yeah.
lose it.
Why would he? Taskmaster's not screaming. Screaming for bakers, right? Oh, we're already talking about wins. Yeah, wow. Miles are really low.
Well, curses, ruins,
Versus
ironmongers.
ruins, ironmongers. It definitely has the at least the trapping of. I wonder if there's something fancy you can do here with like orb.
Hmm.
Oh,
You can peril and then orb the new loot.
that's
Get 1
sick.
coin.
Yeah, there's no, not quite, but I would start province. Probably see a province. You just province,
Okay.
but you just resign as JNails. Yeah.
That was a nice win. Actually, kind of cool that we do see different lines being tried
Yeah.
out on most games,
Yeah, for
except
sure.
like the Border Village one.
Oh my. This
Ooh.
board reminds me of a pirate ship King's Court board in that it looks like there's a lot going on, but actually there's like a whole bunch of nothing. That's not true. That's not true. There's Cutthroat. You definitely could stack like Cutthroat.
Cut.
There's stuff. But it does remind me a little bit of the pirate ship trap board.
Yeah, there's some build here, but maybe not the most exciting.
Yeah, you just open so go from there. Feel like you're gonna want probably you'll definitely play with King's Court. You'll definitely play with definitely probably want like 2 to 3 Cutthroat. Just so you have a bunch of loot. And then you suppress. Go from JNails went first, so should have an advantage, but really this board's gonna snowball fast. Someone's gonna get in pretty much. All boards. So we see an apprentice from Zanderg. JNails will get some nice buys here himself. It's 2 apprentices or an apprentice and a Cutthroat. World is his. You can decide what JNails consider buying a gold to activate. Oh, absolutely.
Never. Oh, Stowaway King's Court.
Oh, Stowaway King's Court. Interesting. I didn't consider that. I don't. It feels early. It really does. Because what does JNails have going for him that he King's Court? This feels like a tilt. I don't care. Kind of.
I mean, we trash another card here and gain another action that we could King's Court.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, yeah. I guess you can always King's Court the Stowaway or the. That. It's definitely a little swingy. But hey,
I would definitely trick my opponent into buying gold and
platinum is the enemy. Talking about that. We're there now. We've finally gone full circle. Platinum is actually not that amazing. It's fine, but loot is just platinum.
Platinum games kind of disappear, no, with each expansion. So, hate it while it lasts.
All right.
And silver really is.
Yeah, silver's terrible here.
A weird card.
Oh, nice. You get the King's Court Cutthroat and get 3 loot next time you buy a gold. That's cool. Is that something JNails will do? I don't think so. I think you just play Cutthroat. I don't know. Maybe JNails is just feeling really funny. And we'll just King's Court the Cutthroat. I don't think that's very
Yeah,
fun.
I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready for it because who cares?
Do it.
But yeah, it's not the correct play. It's just funny. Zanderg also looking completely ahead here as well. It's just been Zanderg's day, honestly. JNails has not had the best start
Yeah.
or the finish as it appears.
Maybe it's been Zanderg's year.
It's been Zanderg's year,
Oh,
yeah, clearly.
yeah.
The year of Zanderg. You're all ready.
I am now.
Yeah, me too.
So what do we get to stowaway? Really? Okay.
All right, so JNails does King's Court the Cutthroat.
Oh, I
I
sure hope
mean, I
we
don't
hit
know why you would
gold
do
here.
that, but I mean, I do because it's funny, but it's uh, definitely not the best.
So what do you trash here in JNails' hand?
I would sack the Abundance. It's not really all that good. Maybe sacking Core is
Yeah,
better, but
I mean, I guess I kind of want to keep the quarry actually with the loot plus buys, but it's gone. Oh, it's 5.
damn.
I do not think Plaid was.
Well, the thing is with the
What do
Maroon,
you
I was already looking at sacking a Stowaway with the Maroon to get 6 cards, potentially.
Oh, yeah.
That was a line. But, yeah.
Okay, King's Court, Cutthroat back, right?
Mm, if you do that, how does Zanderg hit?
I mean, he just needs JNails to hit gold.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That is true.
But maybe JNails wouldn't, and then they're in kind of funny position.
It would be a
Because
funny position. Yeah, you're right. And I was just like, what? You thought I'd buy gold? Idiot.
yeah. Have you learned
What have I
nothing?
been saying all these years? You bet on me to
Yeah.
buy gold? Huh?
Huh?
Stupid. Now you lost your King's Court. It would be funny if JNails also didn't lose his King's Court. But
I mean, this now Zanderg's deck is really bad, right? Until the
yeah,
gold happens.
pretty
So,
much.
do we buy a silver to,
I mean, if you do buy
to hit
silver,
6?
yeah. But do you really hit 6? You still don't draw your deck. Draw more cards, you go copper.
I mean, you can trash one of the. Like if you print as a maroon or maroon is the way, I think you can. Like you just got rid of your stop cards, right?
What if
Finally,
you
the
just
King's card is not in your deck
what if you
anymore.
just buy another abundance?
Then what?
Well, Xander already has an abundance in play.
Yeah.
And then you would have 2 abundances down. You buy a stowaway and you get a net $1. So,
I see.
and
I see. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
the abundance would probably be the way to go if you wanted to go. At
I
least
would
in
say this
theory.
game is looking pretty good for JNails now.
Yeah, looking.
Second Cutthroat. Very close.
We might see the gold
Okay.
here. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. The balloons. Ooh, more gold.
Yeah, I mean, actually, the
More.
balloons is pretty nice here with the print.
Okay, this makes Zanderg's turn quite a bit better now.
It really does. And all it costs it. And all right.
Yeah, the balloons is insult to injury for JNails here.
Yeah. There's a King's Court on top. Is there a way to something that like set up some looking at Courier, but that only works. Bell scroll. That's also on top. He also has a sextant and a figurehead. Scroll Gain Courier is not very okay. It's cute, but just hit KC. Yeah, I mean, if you do hit the minion is not Magic.
What is Magic?
I don't know. Oh, gymnastic. I'm still confused.
Maybe KC is like a gymnastic position that you can hit.
Maybe. All right, so there's the gold.
Oh, most away. Nice.
Who has the second apprentice? Zanderg. Okay.
Oh, another Cutthroat. Let's go. I had to.
Yeah.
Go way out
So
there, but now we can king it again.
about you saying that JNails was ahead. Does he look ahead anymore to me?
Yeah.
He doesn't. It looks like he's behind. If anything.
Yeah.
That figurehead's putting in a lot of work. The extra apprentices are putting in a lot of work. You can see a plat buy here from Zanderg, honestly. Like, plat here looks really good. Or you can just keep building forever, I mean, honestly. Like,
honestly, until the loots are empty.
Mm-hmm. Which, yeah. All right. Yeah, I mean, just buy another apprentice. Buy another apprentice. Really, as long as you have apprentice. Both players have 2 cutthroats.
And the one's in the trash, I'm pretty sure.
There's a cutthroat in the trash? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. This feels a little greedy. This King's Court.
Top decks, King's Court.
Yeah, it feels a tiny bit greedy.
Yeah.
But maybe it's fine because you top deck a Courier as well. Then you can court the Courier, and then Courier plays King Court. Yeah, that's okay. It makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. It's a good line. Meanwhile,
don't kill the Cutthroat. Yeah. Oh, rip.
Yeah, JNails' deck is not bad by any means. It kind of feels like he's behind.
Don't you think?
It's a bit yellow, yeah. I have to say.
And with a King's Court Kingdom.
Yeah.
I do like some other colors.
When King's Court is on the board, gotta play for the gray.
Okay.
Alright, and then just to resign from
Two
JNails. I don't know. Alright.
2 goals in hand. I can't deal with it.
Yeah.
It's too much.
He's like, what am I doing? I'm buying gold. What? This is against everything I stand for. But yeah, congratulations to Zanderg. Incredible match, honestly. It's been one-sided, but there were a lot of interesting boards for sure. And yeah.
I would also say congratulations to the runner-up.
Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations.
It's a pretty good season, even though today didn't work out.
Yeah.
As hoped for.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I got this nice little setup going. I might try and commentate more matches next season, honestly. I forgot how fun this was. I definitely try and do this more. Thanks everyone for watching. And
thank you for commentating with me.
Yeah, thank you.
And see you in season 69.
Yeah, everyone's favorite season. We've all been waiting for it.